Hey people, we've got another Duggystone Radio Introducing. I'll bring the band on in a second. They're called the Mercians. The Mercians. Yeah, a bit... I think it's Vikings at the Mercians, isn't it? They always talk about the Mercians, which is obviously the Midlands type of area. So anyway, good evening. How are you doing?
How are you doing, mate? All right?
Yeah, I've actually lost my thread then. I've had problems with my tooth, but that's another story. And and thanks to Wolf and Brew for sponsoring the show as well. Appreciate their input. And if you want 10% off that, go to wolfandbrew.com. Type in Duggystone 10, you get 10% off. There you go. Got to do that. Sponsors pay for us, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So introduce yourself.
Yeah, so we are the Mercians. Thank you so much for having us. We are a 5-piece indie band from Leicester. We've only been going since, I think, the end of March now. Yeah. It's a shame the whole band couldn't be here. We're actually heading to practice after this, but seeing as we live sort of sporadically through the Midlands, we couldn't all get together. But you've got me, Matt Cominato, I'm the lead singer, and then you've got my man Charlie Davenport on the drums.
Well, we only need you two. We don't want to ask about the rest of them.
We said that. Yeah, we said that. They can do one.
No, seriously, it's good. It's good. At least we've got you on, and you've sent us a new track. Has that been released yet? That track we've got?
No, not yet. So it comes out on Friday.
Excellent. We'll play that, but we'll also play it on Dougie's Atomic Dustbin on Thursday. Well, if people are watching this on a rerun, it doesn't make any sense because we've already done it. But yeah, thanks for that. Appreciate it. So
no problem.
Like your vibe, sent one of the videos to one of our presenters who does a show on a Sunday, and he went, "That's definitely going on my show," which is going to be the first track, Dream Seller, which I like. It's got
that's my debut single. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I'll tell you what. For a debut single, that's knockout. It's in your face, and I love that. Really like that. And the video stuff. So yeah, I've been. We like yours. We have been playing your stuff like we have a lot of people on the Dustbin show. So great. So you're practicing. There's 5 of you. What if you've? I mean, considering you've been since March, similar to the show we do in the Dustbin. It's only since we started that one. You've done well for a short space of time, haven't you? You know, to get where you are.
Yeah, the momentum's been pretty crazy, to be honest. I mean, it was only today that we announced that we're supporting Tom Meehan at the O2 Academy in Leicester in December. We headlined the O2 Academy 2 in Leicester and sold that out a few months ago. It's been mad, to be fair.
Yeah, mate, honestly, it's been mental. Like, there's been a couple of things that are sort of in the pipelines as well that, you know, are daily blowing our minds. And
wow,
I think we planned for a long time before we launched the band. We've been together a little bit longer than the band has been live. And, you know, we had to plan all the social media and everything that, you know, comes with it. But I don't think we expected this much momentum in such a short space of time. I think it's picked up really, really well. People are following and people are enjoying the music.
Cool.
And I suppose that's all we can ask for.
Cool. Well, what I'll say, it's down to us because you've been on Duggystone Radio, so that's propelled you into the limelight. No, on a serious note, since we've been doing the shows in March, I think 8 of the artists that have been on this show have ended up on BBC Introducing. So someone's watching us. Someone's watching us. I'll tell you what we'll do. We will, if anyone's got any comments, if you're on Mixcloud, drop them in. If you're on YouTube, forget it because the show's already finished. But if people want to drop any comments, drop them in and I'll try and get to them. And hang on, I've got a new jingle here for this. I'd say it's good job I planned for this show, innit? I did plan it, I had everything ready. But this is one that where's that one? It's because we normally say cue the VT, you see. So I've got our producer to do it now. Now, what do we say, Janice?
We say, cue the VT.
Cue the VT. Here we go. We'll be right back after this.
To take control of my life from you. I wonder why you do all the things that make your words so untrue. 'Cause I've been waiting patiently for life to fall in place, but all you do is take my dreams away. Dreams of a promise in the cloudy weather. I never wanted to go away. Just gonna sit back and let you provoke this. The chains are coming off, this time I go all alone. 'Cause I've been waiting patiently for life to fall in place. But all you do is take my dreams away. Dreams are a promise in the Cali weather. I never wanted to go on. Dreams are the less I knew the better. Dreams are a promise in the Cali weather. I never wanted to go on. Dreams are the less I knew the better. Dreams are the less I knew the better. Dreams are the promise in the Cali weather. I never wanted to go on. Dreams are the less I knew the better. Dreams are the I don't want your Cali weather. I'm taking the dance away. Dreams are the less I knew the
There you go, people. There you go. That's the Mercians. Their debut track.
Hey.
Stunning, lad. Stunning.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
man.
man. I appreciate
Have
it.
you moved locations?
We had to set up. It was hurting my arm. We were in a bit of a rush.
I was
so we
going to
found-
say,
yeah.
the cameras all over, and there we go. And send everyone.
We're very prepared.
Yeah, I know. But you was prepared as a band, which is good. Send everyone.
That's it.
Send everyone sick, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Bit like,
You're right.
yeah. I was going to
Thanks
tell
for playing the track, though, man. We
Thank you,
appreciate
it's
it.
great.
No, we've got 3 months. We've got 3 months to. I was going to tell a joke then. It's a bit like when you have the strobe lights. My mates, I've cocked it up now because I mean what the condition's called now. Epileptic. He'll have a fit when he sees it. Yeah, there you go. So brilliant. So are you permanent full time in the business now, or have you got other job? Well, you look young enough to be still at school or uni or something. Sixth form.
That, mate.
Take that as a compliment
Are you-
all day long.
I'll take that.
Are you
No,
on-
we're all full time, mate. We're still working full time jobs, and
What-
this is sort of the second job at the minute.
Cool. I like to ask you sometimes, not every time. So, what's the range of jobs that we've got between you? What sort of jobs are we looking at? Can you? Sometimes
It
people don't
goes
know.
From Joe, our rhythm guitarist, he stacks tyres in a
It's next to
warehouse.
the warehouse, yeah, tyres.
Myself, I am like a project engineer for a water company. It's all over the shop, to be fair, mate.
Proper job he is.
Yeah, and some of us don't have jobs, and they'll know who they are when they listen to this. But
Lazy gets. I need to do something about that. I keep turning my mic off because the rain's coming down here and you can hear it through the mic, so I need to do something about that. Yeah, tyres. I've got a story about tyres because I did a lot of business improvement. I went to work for Bridgestone Tyres, and the guys, where have you come from? Pirelli? No. Have you come from? And he starts naming Dunlop? No. He starts naming all these tyres, and his tyre thing says, well, what do you know about tyres? I said, they're fucking black and round, mate. What more do I need to fucking know about them? I mean, fucking hell. Yeah, I don't need to know
I reckon
about.
that's how Joe got the job.
Yeah, that's how Joe got it, yeah.
Excellent. So your band practicing, have you got a venue, or is it in someone's garage?
No, there's a practice rooms in the village near us that we've been using since we started. We're close with the lad who runs it. Was a big shout out to him. He's we had a bit of good news this weekend, and he's give us a few sessions for free. So we're going to make use of.
Thanks, Woz. Thanks, Wazza. Thanks. Brilliant.
Good was.
Yeah, that's sound. That I have to get me a case of beer or something. Now you're only up the road from me because I live in Nuneaton, just up the M69. And I'm not far.
Is it?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
See this area here? We've only done a couple so far because we've changed it round. That I can get about 4. I could probably squeeze 5 of you in. So
Yeah,
if you,
we'll squeeze.
Oh, we'll do it, mate.
Squeezed into smaller, mate. Trust me.
if you fancy it, I'm in a log cabin in my garden, and this is Studio 1. So, yeah, you're only up the road. If you want to whiz down one night or one day, come and do a session here.
Absolutely,
Yeah, big
mate.
up, man.
We'd love
For
to do
sure.
that. We'd
We'll do
love
it
to
live.
that.
We'll beam it live to the world.
For sure,
That
man. Let's
sounds
do
wicked,
it. That
man.
sounds wicked.
Let's get
Yeah.
on it.
So have you been? So you only started in March, which is phenomenal. So have you been gigging? What gigs have you done?
Yeah, we've been gigging. Go on.
So obviously we did. So obviously, if you're from sort of the area, like you'll know Glastonbury, it's the tribute one.
Yeah.
Obviously we did that.
I saw the video of that. Yeah, on there. Go on, carry on.
Yeah. So we sort of got into it. Well, they got into it, and this is all. Would you like to headline? And it was like, yeah, all right, definitely. So we got Chris for doing that, and so obviously he's having us back next year for like the main, open up the main stage, which is class. Obviously, we literally
we played Kendall Calling.
Yeah,
that was one of them that we played. That's probably the biggest show we've played in terms of like size of the UK. It was the same bill as Stereophonics for Wombat, so pretty proud of that one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Won a Vodafone competition. We obviously headlined the O2 Academy Leicester. Sold that out. There's videos on our Instagram. You can go and have a look. That was mental.
Skinners, didn't we?
We supported the Skinner brothers, who obviously at the minute are under a little bit of backlash on Twitter.
Whoa! I love the Skinner brothers. What have they done on? What have they done on? They're talking about because there's that many people follow. I saw something today. You're on thin ice. Go and fuck yourself or something. So
yeah, it got heated. It did. To be fair, we know what Zach's like, and he's got a voice, and he has his opinions, and I think he voiced his. But we all know how like your One Direction fans, how loyal they are to the 1D guys, and the Louis Tomlinson fans came for him. And
they actually.
To be fair, we were never going to get involved. We kind of just watched with the popcorn.
No, that's the best way. That just sit in the corner like that, watching it all kick off. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's kicking off because I've seen a few videos. There's getting McDonald's guy in his McDonald's. Have you seen that? And he's sat there, and there's a proper riot going on, and he's just sat there minding his own business. I'm having my burger here. Yeah,
that was us. Yeah,
I do like the.
But yeah, we played with Skinners. They're awesome, man. So we played some good gigs for sure.
Yeah, he's proper fucking rock and roll, isn't he? Skinner
Brothers.
He
is, mate. They're awesome.
I've tried to get him on here, but he's too much of a fucking diva. Doesn't want to know me. But we could do with getting on with him saying, let's talk about this shit you've caused on Twitter, and we'll do something about it. Maybe he'll come on for that. But yeah, we're a bit busy. We're a bit busy at the minute. Well, whatever then, mate. Okay, fuck you. So right. So
we're never too busy for you, Dougie.
Excellent, mate. Now, we normally ask some random questions. We don't have any set questions, but I throw some in here. So you've done a few gigs. What's the worst thing that's happened or the most memorable? Because they're normally good stories then. We've had all sorts.
Well,
go on. Something's happened.
We've played a lot of shit pub gigs. There's no doubt about that. Dingy little corners where we definitely do not fit.
It was the first one when we got there, and it was like, oh, where are we playing, man? And he was like, just between the pizza oven and the pool table. And we were there like, what the fuck? Like, really, dude? Like,
we played a charity gig in London, and we were sound checking, and there was a couple in there because the place was still open, and there was a couple in there that were on some kind of business meeting or something, and we started sound checking, and the lady or the bloke came over and said, excuse me, can you just turn down? We're in a very important business meeting. We turned back and said, not really, we're sound checking for an event tonight, so it doesn't really work like that. And she sort of bit her tongue and walked off. And then as we finished sound check, they stormed out, and the bloke shouted out the door, "You've got a voice like a dead cat." And it is the best thing anyone's ever said to any of us before a show. We killed the gig, obviously.
Oh yeah, we smashed the gig.
But yeah, man, he was sad.
That statement would make a cracking title for a track.
Jam Rat.
Voice like a dead cat.
Voice like a dead cat, yeah. I'd have told him to fuck off if they come March. Sorry, there's a bit swearing on it. But
we did.
I'd have said, get fucking sling your hook. Fucking hell.
That was it, mate. That's it.
Rock and roll here, baby. Do you know who we are?
But hey, we've had bras thrown on stage at the O2, so there's levels to it.
Excellent. I mean? And that's just the blokes in Leicester.
Yeah. Right.
I like Leicester. My mate of mine, he sort of lives in Leicester and Nottingham. I don't know why. And he had a little place there. So it's a bit of a nightmare to get round though when you're driving. It's a pain in the ass. You always end up in.
It's always gridlocked.
Gridlock, mate. Always.
I always get lost.
Yeah, it's confusing as well. To be fair, we're Leicestershire, so we're not really centre of Leicester, but we travel in as much as we can.
Oh, right.
We all support the football team, so.
You're on the outskirts.
That's it.
Yeah, mate.
Wonderful. I'm just thinking, is it time for another track? It might be. Got this one here. This is from May. Scum Like Us. You did a little video on that, didn't you? Where you're on the van, a bit of a mashup in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a live performance / bit of outtakes video. But yeah, that was the first thing we ever released. It's not actually officially on Spotify or anything. We just released it as a YouTube video.
Oh,
And
cool.
then when we announced Dream Seller, we thought we'd give everyone a bit of a present that's been listening to us before we launched to Spotify, and we put Scum Like Us in there as a little present.
So what's... Well, there's a couple of things. What's this song about, Scum Like Us? So
It's just basically, we never want to lose sight of the fact that we're 5 working class lads from Leicester, and as good as this journey may get, it may not. We never want to lose sight of that, and we want people to be able to resonate with our music. We are working class. We're struggling to run the band and our day jobs. Some of us have got houses, no kids yet, thankfully, but. We kind of want people to listen to our music and go, you know what, I can relate to that, and I can feel a little bit of that. And it's basically just about everything going on at the minute with the cost of living crisis and all of that shit.
Yeah,
it's just something for people to relate to. Really.
We're getting ripped, but I think you're right, and I think picking up on what you were saying there, the main thing when anyone's doing anything is, yes, you need to have targets. You need to have. We want to play the real Glastonbury, and we want to do this and we want to do that, but. You've got to enjoy it, and if you're enjoying it, those things are probably easy to come to you. And anyway, what's the worst that could happen if you're enjoying it? 5 of you and have a laugh, and now
Exactly.
that is it.
Exactly, man. And I think when people watch us live, we literally just have a party on stage, and it can be quite infectious. And nothing's too serious. We just want to have fun, and if people want to do it whilst listening to our music, then it's a bonus.
That's great. So we'll be right back after this, people. Now, what do we say, Janice?
We say, cue the VT.
Cue the VT. We do, because we're professional. Cue the VT. Be right back after this.
It's not all about the money, life ain't a sprint, so don't you worry about what you can't control. Stress is only a ticket to the grave. 8 years on, he's a teen, sipping light in front of bottle, chain and cigarettes, there's nothing in between. He's got a book in his right hand, a knife in his left. His dad knows the system failed him just like it failed the rest. Did you see? For the down. Feds kicking down the door. Only 8 years old, his boy cries out the window for sleep. Waiting to see the system change his destiny. Did you see the card tonight? In truth, it never stood a chance. Another taken by the mind. This is the life of the down.
Loving it. So with the Mercians, like that, great video as well. You got a good look, guys, as well. You got a good look. Your videos are good. Sounds great. So it's got everything.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's got. I'll do like that. And I'll say this. Well, not I'll say this. I'll say it a few times. Because that's a relatively simple video, which is not always simple to make. So I think some people say
less is more. Less is more. But
yeah,
it's still just to film.
more difficult. No, it's good, man. It's good sound. It's good sound. Really interesting music. I really like it. So, what's the plans then going forward? Have you got? You must have more. You've got music. You've got a track that we're going to play at the end of the show that you've not released yet. What have you got? Others in the pipeline? Is that what you're working on at the minute?
Yeah, man. We're always recording. I think the plan is between sort of every 6 to 8 weeks there'll be a new song with whether it's a music video or a live recording. There's loads of music to come, and we've just been down in London. We do all our recording in London. We've just recorded 3 more tracks down there. So they'll be coming sort of. I think, to be fair, little insider scoop. I think we've got 1 more track this year after the one you're going to play today. So I think we've got one at the start of December. And then the next one will be February, and then it's literally every couple of months from then with campaigns around them. So plenty of music to come, loads of gigs to play.
Best ones are still to come as well.
Absolutely.
Because when you listen to your music, I know you did stuff before you set up, but you've got a very mature sound to your music. You know, as if it's the quality's good. So wherever you're doing your recording and doing a really good job of mixing it and mastering it, but it sounds like you've been around a while. If you know what I mean, doesn't mean you're old. I mean, the sound is quite mature. So yeah, hats off to you and whoever's doing it for you. I think the way you've approached it is really interesting. Really interesting.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
The Scummarkers video the track for that was actually a live recording.
Yeah, the one you just played is the live
Really?
So that was live takes in the studio. So
excellent.
Mixed and then obviously filmed. So
Brilliant.
Yes, quite interesting sound with that one.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So, what's the best gig you've done then? What's the most? We've had the crap gigs and all the, you know what I mean? What's the, in between the pizza oven and the pool table?
It's the headline O2 Academy show, man. Like that's our show. We had some great support acts, but those 450 people that came to see us, which to us was just mind blowing. Yeah. The way they sang sort of Dream Seller back to us and Scum Like Us, because obviously those songs had been out. It's so cliche, but it's like the most euphoric moment you can even imagine.
I can imagine that, and I always think when bands start, and you know, talk about some stars, but even guys like you, and they go like the mic, and then people start singing. I think that must just hit you like, wow, there's a group of people there that we don't know who were singing our stuff back to us.
See, I can remember the first. Well, not necessarily about that, but I can remember the first time we did it. You know, when we played that little show at the Fireball.
Yeah.
And I was playing on in-ears, and the rest of the lads weren't. So Matt, being the showman that he is, he pointed the mic out at people, and on the drop, it came back into my ears, and it was just a sudden shock of hearing vocal, and it was,
mental,
being able to hear that for the first. I told him it was literally it sent me funny off my chair. I was like, what's going on like that? And because all of a sudden I just heard like all the people shouting it back, and it's pretty
I think
surreal.
The maddest thing is it's lyrics that like we write in my bedroom and like in one of the houses of one of the lads or somewhere where we're all either drunk or whatever. It's stuff that we just write in a bedroom, and then you hear 450 people in Leicester sing it back to you.
Great.
You just can't get your head around it. And I mean, now we've got the Tom Meehan gig coming up, which is like 4 times the capacity of that one. I think it's like 1,600 people with like Andrew Cushin's main support. So it's some unbelievable acts. I think each time we play it gets better and better. Yeah. And we don't think it can. So, but yeah, that one for now though.
Exciting. Sounds exciting. Sounds amazing. I can't play an instrument, but I just get the vibe from it, and I can't sing. I'd love to be able to sing, but I'm a bit of a showman. I'll balloon about and do stuff. But I get you, because I was at a concert a few years ago, and it was in London. They cut like party in the park or something. They come down the back of the stage. That's where the loos were, and basically all the crowd was in front of me. I'm not on stage, but all my body just tingled. Do you know what I mean? I was like, wow, seeing everybody out there, phenomenal feeling. So. Yeah.
For us, when we was backstage, and our friend Chloe, she was supporting, and at the end of her set, she was like, "Are you guys ready for the Mercians?" And literally, we were all stood like together, like listening, and she got the crowd riled up. And obviously, at that point, we hadn't even come on, and we were there just like, it's not just seeing; it's the hearing as well. So it was pretty. That was something that
I'm not laughing at you. Our reggae host, always comes in. He's got a bit of a thing going on, and this is one of his regular questions. Can we ask the lads, do they think a king-size pot noodle should come with a king-size sauce packet and not the usual size?
Yeah.
Doesn't that make absolute sense? Like, why would they undersize you on the sauce?
Sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so he asked that question on a regular basis, and I think the other week he ended up with 2. I think he's even tweeted people that make it. But personally, I think I hate the stuff. I can't stand it. It's super.
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
I'm more of a super noodles kind of guy.
Yeah. I can't stand, and I can't stand them. I've never liked them since they come out. I thought, what's it? I just can't. Oh, horrible. I remember when they launched in the UK. That's how old I am. Horrible things. Horrible things. I was at work the other week, and I didn't take, because I have a job as well, and I didn't take any food, and I thought, I'm going to give these a go. Oh my God, I was eating them going, I know why I don't eat these now. So there you go. And Eddie normally asks, this is his standard question, if you've got a tour van, what kind of tour van is your tour van? That's what he normally asks. So, do you have a tour van?
Big question. To be fair, we've actually been looking. We have actually been looking for next year, because we want to go on a tour next year, and we feel like we're in the right position to sort of go and get one. But what type of tour would it be? It's got to be as big as it can get. For the O2, we got picked up. We thought, you know what, it's the O2, it's our first big show. Let's do it in style. So we hired like a big blacked out Mercedes bus. Yeah, it wasn't too expensive or anything, but we thought, why not? Let's live the high life for the night. And that was an experience.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Turns out it was the same bus that took Sam Fender around Ibstock when he did the Spit of You video, which is a village next to us. So it was like...
I know Ibstock. I drive past there on my motorcycle, causing havoc.
Is it?
Yeah, I like it around now. You're definitely not far away then if you're near Ibstock.
Yeah, that's it. We're literally next village. So yeah,
nice place, nice around there. I like it around there. And I sometimes razz around on my bike, so there you go. That's what I do, causing it. So if you,
that's what my mum's been moaning about.
Oh yeah, well I've got a couple of bikes, but my previous bike was very loud. These aren't so loud, but yeah. People moaning, oh, they're going too fast round here. Yeah, whatever. See you later. Yeah, good. Oh, Ryan's on. Good evening, Ryan. How you doing, man? So there's your question answered. We need to do a campaign on this, don't we, Dan? This pot noodle thing. Yeah, brilliant. So who would you see yourselves? Who's the ideal person you'd love to headline with? Not headline with, support, or who would it be?
Well, Charlie's a massive Kasabian fan.
I love Kasabian, so for me, it's already slowly, weirdly happening, which is just mental. When we got the call about it, I fell off the chair. Like, I couldn't believe it. So I think it'd be Sam Fender for me, man. I'm a massive Sam Fender fan, and obviously he's just killing it at the minute. So
yeah, very good. Yeah, you seem like you're enjoying it and you're focused, and you're not in a. When people are enjoying where they are, they know where they want to go, you tend to find things come to you and you'll go, how's that happen? When you're trying to force things or you're running after things, it just runs away from me. But just by being yourselves, then stuff will come to you. And you've already named some, the Skinner Brothers, absolutely brilliant. Playing with them and doing the stuff you've done after a few months is outstanding. It's outstanding.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
What we will do now, they've got a track here. It's Catfish in the Bottom. It's Cocoon.
There's a little cover.
Oh yeah, it's a little cover.
We didn't know you were playing that one.
We didn't know. That took us right off a stride.
Do you know when to play this? Do you want to play something else?
You can for sure.
Go for it.
I just scour the YouTube and go, oh yeah, I like this. Oh, I'll play that. Oh yeah, we'll have a bit of this. Yeah.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, people can have covers. There's nothing wrong with doing a good cover, is there?
Too right.
So what was it? What made you do a cover then? What was the?
It's so like obviously we can't release music too often because you have to give each track its time to do its bit. You have to let people sort of sit on it and enjoy it. And just for those bits in between where we're not releasing our own music, we'll throw a cover out. A lot of them will be sort of 15, 20 seconds on TikTok or Instagram Reels or something like that. But sometimes we'll get in the studio like we did for this one and just give the people what they want. And I think we released this before we'd even released any of our music. Yeah. So this was just like a taster of what it can sound like. Yeah,
it was just to try and sort of give people the idea of who we are, what we sound like before because at the end of the day, we didn't when you first start your socials and stuff like that, you haven't got a fan base, you haven't got, and we're putting out this cover to be able to be like, right, this is what they sound like.
Try and steal some catfish
fans. And then we put our tune out that sort of has that roughish sound, and then that's sort of the madness behind it.
There was a little bit of business behind it when we heard Catfish were breaking up. We thought, well, let's try.
Let's go for that.
Why not? Why not?
What do you say, Janice?
We say, cue the VT.
Cue the VT. Be right back.
Straight into your arms like a drunk who's been out it all morning, and the sun's up and my head's fucked, and immediately I grab you go all red like the first time. I love it when you do that, but I love it when you do that. I remember when we swapped names and I thought maybe you'd stay and try and outdrink me. Your friends all hated it. Well, fuck it if they told. Fuck it if they try and get to us. 'Cause I'd rather go blind and let you down. I cocoon round your shoulders when you're half cut and you're frozen and you got that little moon breathing. You're depending on me again. I remember when we swapped names and I thought maybe you'd stay and try and outdrink me. Your friends all hated it. Fuck it if they told. Fuck it if they try and get to us. 'Cause I'd rather go blind and lay you down. Well, fuck it if they told. Fuck it if they try and get to us. 'Cause I'd rather go blind and lay you down. And if you wanna shut down and hold us positively, hot smoking from relatives, rest on me, honey, that's alright. And if you wanna act more drunk than usual to help you get away with more than rest on me, honey, that's alright. Honey, that's alright. I cocoon round your shoulders when you're half cut. Yeah, and I'm good. Well, fuck it if they told. Fuck it if they try to get to us. 'Cause I'd rather go blind than lay you down. I remember when we swapped names and I thought maybe you'd stay and try and outdrink me. Your friends all hated it.
How good is that, people? How good is that? Absolutely love it, lad. Seriously. I know I've said it a couple of times, but You're looking at watching that video, and you think that could be on a evening Jonathan Ross or something like that when they have a band on there. Fucking brilliant, lad. Seriously, videos. If you don't get up there, there's something drastically wrong, because I think you're really good. Really like it.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate it.
Really like it.
I hope so, yeah.
So, I bet they do a great Phil Collins cover. This is Eddie's. All he knows is well, I'll tell you a little bit about Ed. Eh?
I can give him some Phil. He's not wrong.
I'll tell you a bit about Eddie. He has 2 CDs in his car. One is Now That's What I Call Christmas, and the other one is Queen's Greatest Hits. We've had to drag him into 2022 with music, and he's getting good at it now, so we're all right.
Is he?
Yeah, he plays a lot of the artist submissions, so he's getting good. But if we let him, he will slip right back to 1976 when he had his flares on and he had hair. Gonk,
Love it.
Gonk. Now, this is a question that you can answer or not answer, that I sometimes ask. Room 101, what band would you put in Room 101? But you don't have to answer it if you don't want.
Well, the thing is, you've got to be careful, ain't you? Because
Well,
one
it's
day
up to you.
sports slap might come up.
You might have to support them.
The interview might come back up and they'll be like, actually, mate, you're not doing it now.
Well, you don't have to answer that then. All right, then.
No, we will.
We will.
It's funny, isn't it?
Give me 2 seconds. I'll think of one.
Yeah.
It's got to be one.
There's got to be someone.
It's got to be
I'm
someone.
going to go. You know what?
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, come back to it.
Yeah.
Ask us about 5 minutes, and I'll tell you we'll have an answer.
You don't have to answer it, because it's a bit of a bad. But some people, I ask it sometimes, and they go "Brrr," and splurge it off like, you know what I mean? Like unbelievable. Like they've been waiting for the question all the life, and then other people go, "No, I don't really want to answer that question," and that's fine. You know what I mean? Not trap.
I like that.
I like
that
the
idea.
Yeah.
Give me some thought. That's all.
Yeah, it just gets it in there, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's you've got to ask questions, haven't you? So, but you've done the fake Glastonbury. So, would you like to do Glasgow then? Is that one?
You know what?
You know what?
We weren't meant to say, right? So it's meant to be a bit of a
Little secret.
We won't tell anybody.
We've just actually played. You know Declan McKenna.
Yeah.
The competition that he won when he blew up, he won a competition at in Pilton. It's like the little village in Somerset where Glastonbury's basically hosted. We basically drafted ourselves for that, and we got through the auditions of 600 in a week. I think we got through to the last 30, and then this weekend we've just been in Pilton and played our first heat, and we actually won it. We're going to the final in March, with Michael Evis and everybody that runs the festival, and providing we win that, we get second stage Glastonbury next year. So,
well, it'd have to be absolutely crazy. Show them this. It'd have to be crazy not to have you on, because you'd be fucking brilliant. I tell you, you'd be absolutely brilliant. And
yeah, possibly next year. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year, mate.
If you don't win it, play them this.
Good morning, my neighbors! Hey, fuck you! Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
Yeah, and fuck you as well. We'll fucking go play somewhere else.
Send us that sound.
Send us a sound.
See, you were saying about your lyrics. I go by the name of Dougie Stone. My name's Kirk, but it's funny because people go, "All right, Dougie, how you doing?" I'm like, and they go, "Dougie, who's this Dougie?" Oh, it's me, because that's my character. And that Good Morning, My Neighbours. It's bizarre. My uncle's in Canada, and he was FaceTiming last week, and he was going back. He was a bit steaming. He was going back in his house, and he's going, "Hey, good morning, fuck you," and he's doing it over there. And I meet people that do it to me, which is great, isn't it?
That's brilliant.
It's absolutely wonderful.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah, it happens a lot. The best one, my neighbour, I was coming out doing a FaceTime, TikTok last year. Good morning, my neighbours. Fuck you. And she shouts over, "Hey, fuck you too." Like my neighbour. Fucking mad, isn't it? Fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This is who I'd put in room 101, by the way.
This is Dougie Stone Radio. We don't play Kate Bush because we think she's crap.
Totally shit.
That's a strong opinion, Kate.
Fucking is. Yeah. Hey, but not only that, I mean, this is your interview, so then that's become a thing, because I've been on about it for years, and then she gets that she's into that Stranger Things, and that blows up, and then I starts receiving Kate Bush singles in the post from the listeners. So what?
Quality.
I know, fucking mad. So what I want to do with this is I want to get it in a frame, and I seriously want Kate Bush's autograph. I want to put it on the wall.
Yeah, you should absolutely.
Can't stand her.
Crack.
Can't stand her. But yeah, I'm a bit like the Skinner brothers. I have strong opinions, and my wife goes, "Oh my God, don't say that."
Dangerous, but hey, it's you got to have an opinion, innit? That's what the music scene's always been.
The thing is, you can't please everybody, and if you try and please everybody, you'll just make you need to. If you need to be true to yourself, and if that's you or that's him or that's whoever, and you're not doing it to be offensive or abusive to someone, and you're doing it, if it's what you believe in, then go for it. You know what I mean? You're not doing any harm, are you? You got to be true to what you do.
Too right, man. Too right.
So you got your own one.
Room 101. Let's have it. Go on.
Lost Profits. That's got to be one, innit? But that's only because of everything that happened with him. But
okay, right. Is that it?
I'm going to go complete unpopular opinion. Coldplay.
Oh,
you go.
I think some people, because they are good. I think they're good, but I can understand why people might not like them, because
I like some of the tunes. I just think there's a lot live. I'm just like, not a fan.
If you are ever listening to this, Coldplay, we will take.
We will support you, and we'll kindly take you out of room 101 and put, I don't know, Arctic Monkeys in or something like that. I'm joking.
Now we can never air this.
Well, it doesn't matter. They might even call you up just for the hell of it. They might even call you out, and that'll even be better for you, because you get good press. Good press, Coldplay. I'm going to tag him after this. Going to give him a ring. If I knew him, I would. I'd say who's a character. Capaldi, isn't he? He's a bit of a nutcase.
He's funny, mate. He's brilliant, mate.
Funny man.
Where that voice comes from as well, it's bonkers.
He's brilliant, isn't he? He's got Tourette's on. He's come out and told everyone he's got Tourette's. That's why he does all that.
He has. What a guy, man. We love him. Yeah. Absolutely love him.
He's funny.
That's how I met my mum.
That was how we met, to be fair.
Well, we knew each other years ago, but that's how we got back in touch.
The first thing I ever released was a Lewis Capaldi cover, just having a bit of fun, and then he messaged me and was like,
"Please be my singer.
You're in my band."
That was one of the thing I was going to come on to, how you've got together. So that's a really interesting story, that, isn't it? So that's different, isn't it? Normally it's normally a lead singer that pulls a band together, but it sounds like the drummer's done it.
Mm.
It was combined
joint effort from me and Charlie, but Charlie was the first one to make the call. So
So what about the other guys? How did they come into the band? So obviously you two started off, and then you must have got the other three.
So he gave me the call like 2 years ago now, just over 2 years. And we sort of got together and we pulled in a couple of lads that he knew that aren't in the band now. Shout out to those guys. They were the first people in the band, and then sort of paths changed and we kind of saw the direction it needed to go in, and we made some changes. And in the last 9 months, 10 months, we brought in the lads that we've got now, just through knowing them through the music scene, through school, and it just all came perfectly together.
The line.
And now we've got this 5-piece that, like you said, it looks the part.
It does. I'm not just saying it because you're on, because I don't blow smoke up people's art. You know what I mean? I'm not all about that. But everything, the sound, the look, the way you are on stage, you know what I mean, on your videos, it's just all quality. It's like you've been around for ages, and you're a massive band. So it's good.
Thank you.
It's really is good. Let's see if we've got any questions. But yeah, sometimes you do have to leave people by the wayside, don't you? They don't always fit. We've had loads of presenters come and gone, and we fell out with some, and people have left with their own devices, and sometimes it's the better you just move on from it.
All happens for a reason, man. Like, obviously, the Dream Seller song was about our first manager that ripped us off of $8,000, and
whoa,
that's what Dream Seller's about. And you can look at that as a thing that could maybe stop the band, but we didn't. We saw it as it was meant to happen. And then at the back of that, we met our manager now through it all, and met the lads we've got now, and everything's come from that. And now we're flying. It's like everything really does happen for a reason.
No, good. You'll learn from those mistakes and put your foot on. What an absolute fool! Because imagine.
I know.
Yeah.
We get messages about him all the time.
Yeah, loads.
He's still ripping other people off.
Keep messaging like, "Oh, do you know him? Yeah.
So,
is this who it is? Yeah."
Build a bit of a case.
We've lost money as well. Yeah. You'll have every dog has its day, and he'll he'll be sorry. I don't know why.
He'll be turning in his grave one day, won't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't know why people do it. I don't know why people want to do that and rip people off when you've got something or someone that's good at what they're doing. Then there's no need to rip them off, is there? But yeah. Fair play for you to stick in at him. Oh, before I forget, what we normally ask is, I won't ask you to do it together because it always messes up because you've not practiced it. So we ask artists to do drops like this is the Mercians, you're listening to Dougie Stone Radio, because this is what happens when they ask more than one of the band to do it together. Listen to this.
Hello, we're Mantra. You're listening to Dougie Stone Radio. That's fine.
It's not fine. It was shit.
But that's fine.
It wasn't fine. But the ironic thing is, I played it on virtually every show. So, and it's Monterey. So they get it on every show. So I'll ask one of you to do it. So this is a good one from the other week.
Hello, my name is Mike Steiner. You're listening to Dougie Stone Radio, and this might be the best morning of your life.
And if you don't know who he is, go and check him out. Mike Stoyanov. He's what a character. Go and check him out. Yeah, he's a cracker. So one of you decides. Would one of you do it? Will you do as a drop?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. Is this to introduce Just Like You? Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. This is the Mercians, and you're listening to Dougie Stone Radio, and then that goes on Dougie's Atomic Dustbin. You see, that's what we do.
Love it. Let's do it. What's good, Dougie Stone Radio? This is the Mercians. We're from Leicester, and you're about to listen to our brand new track, Just Like You. Give it some love. Give us a follow. Big love.
Wonderful, and that'll be on tomorrow's show as well. So
love it.
Excellent. Eddie will get that and make it into a little jingle. Is there anything I've not asked you that you want to get? We will use that. Is there anything we want? Is there anything you want to get over that I've not asked you? Is there anything you want to promote, or is there anything you want to get off your chest?
No, it's just come and join the army, man. We're trying to build this Midlands army. The story's always been with the music scene, who's better, the North versus the South. Is it Liverpool, Manchester? Is it London? We want to give the Midlands a voice. Obviously, some bands have, and some bands are doing at the minute, but we feel like we're always disregarded in that conversation. So if you're from the Midlands, and if you're not, join the Mercian Army, man. Come and have a listen. We literally are 5 young lads that just party on stage, and we like to make music that we write in a bedroom. So just come and join us, man. Have a party.
Yeah. And you're right, they do the North, South, the Liverpool. I'm from Manchester, but Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds. You get a bit of Leeds, but no one talks about the Midlands, do we? We've just signed a band with us, Three Little Wolves, and they're Wolverhampton based. But yeah, no one really talks about the Midlands, and
ever. So we're here to give them a voice.
It's not like bands like Duran didn't come out of the Midlands and people like that. Do you know what I mean? So
Waddy, that's all you've got.
Waddy.
Hey, that's that. Oh man, that'll be in my head. Waddy. Absolutely brilliant. I remember them when they were on top of the Pops. That's how old I am.
They were awesome.
They were. That's how great music was back then. And people go, "Oh, there's no great music anymore. It was great in the 70s." I'll tell you what. I'll give you a list of stuff there. Gary Glitter, he's one. Yeah, you won't want him. Yeah, being my gun, baby. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But that's one thing that frustrates the shit out of me, and that's why I do some of the shows that I do. Is people are fixated on the things that they know, and when they were growing up, and it's not as good as the 8. Oh God, there's some absolutely brilliant music out there, some fantastic bands producing quality stuff that you can, for those that go, you can't understand what they're saying. Yes, you can, and I think that's why I want to do these shows. I want people to, open their eyes and ears to something fresh, something new, and get them away from the playing the greatest hits tunes and stuff like that.
Yeah, we appreciate that, man. There's loads of good indie bands coming up at the minute, and they all deserve a listening to, for sure.
There's a list as long as you're around. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you get on because I know you've got to go and do your practice, and we'll play this track. So tell us a bit about this track. Hey, where's it gone? It was there. It's gone. I'll get it back in a second. Let me go and find it. Tell us about this track then. What's the story behind this track? And thanks for giving us before it's released.
It's all right. No worries. It's exciting for it to be aired. But yeah, this song's called Just Like You, and it is it's a little bit about how people find vices and crutches in day-to-day things such as like drinking, smoking, fighting behind the social media presence, this whole fake life where people just chase likes and want to be accepted by everybody else.
Yeah.
We realised that it's easy to talk about those people, but we're all the same. We all like it when you get more likes. We all like it when people are commenting and stuff. So we are just like you. But it's more just about that realisation that if you feel that way, if you feel that you can't be accepted in today's society, come to the Mercians, because
yes,
all 5 of us are complete weirdos. And just come and be weird with us, man. Be yourself, because there's nothing better than being yourself. And nowadays, it's hard to find a place where you can.
Love it. Love it. It's been great to chat with you. Good luck with what you're doing in the future. Please come back on when you bring some stuff out. Let us know what you're doing. And when you become absolutely huge, go back to like a little bar when you was in between the pizza and the pool table and do a little gig and do a gig from there again. That'll be fucking mental, wouldn't it?
Too right, and we will. Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks for having us, bud.
No worries. So, Dougie Stone Radio's introducing. That was the Mercians.
She opens her eyes from the moment she wakes up, puts on her disguise, a filter and the makeup hiding behind the perfect smile. Why does she feel the need to spend a life online? Is there something more, something more? And the tears she cries, they come from deeper down inside. It's superficial, need to survive. Is there something more, something more? 'Cause everybody's trying to find their thing, don't know where they fit in, but we don't realize we're blinded by the lights we hold. Let's go. I never knew all the time I spent wasting on my youth. You tell the truth. Am I just like you? Am I just like you? Am I just like you? Am I just like closes his eyes and knows he shouldn't, but he stays up deep into the night. If he rolls another J, his troubles will all burn away. The paranoia creeps inside. There's nowhere to hide the world outside. It feels so cold and lonely around here tonight. Tonight, always seems greener on the other side. Tonight, tonight, it feels so cold and lonely around here tonight. 'Cause everybody's trying to find their thing, don't know where they fit in. We don't realize we're blinded by the lights we hold. Yeah, I never knew all the time I spent wasting on my youth. You tell the truth. Am I just like you? Am I just like you? Found something new, living life the way they want you to. You tell the truth. Am I just like you? Am I just like you? Run away, run away, run away.
How good are they? Thanks to the lads for giving us that track ahead of it being released. And that's another Dougie Stone Radio's introducing. That was the Mercians. Thanks to Whoop and Brew for sponsoring the show. So why not come and check us out? We promote emerging artists, good talent. That's what I've been doing since 2017 because we sound good. I do a show on a Thursday morning on Dougie Stone Radio and live on Mixcloud, which is Dougie's Atomic Dustbin, and we feature bands like that, and it's just going from strength to strength. So if you know a band that we need to know about, then either go to Dougie Stone Radio's website, upload a track, or find us on Twitter, connect with our executive producer, which is Janice, and if she likes it, she'll get us on. If she doesn't, she won't. And until next time, it's Kirk out, and we better end with this, haven't we? I think we better end with this. Where is it? No, not that one. Not that one. This one, because we did it in the show, didn't we? The show. There we go.